Yes. So here is a problem. ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸಬಹುದು. Yeah. So here 20 grams, again I'm writing 20% means 20 grams of C2H2O2 in 100 grams of solution. See, the solvent's name is not mentioned here. Okay, solution anta navika tagota iddivi. Solvent ina ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಅವರು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. Okay, so therefore I am taking water as a solvent. Water anna ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ solvent ಆಗಿ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. So they have asked you to calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in a solution containing 20% of C2H2O2. Actually, this should be C2H6O2. Same thing. Okay, C2H6O2. Don't get confused. There is a printing mistake here. Ethylene glycol C2H6O2 ಏನಿದೆ ಇದನ್ನ 20% ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 20 grams of ethylene glycol, that is nothing but C2H6O2, is dissolved in 100 grams of solution anta adar artha. Okay, so that means since it is percent by mass irodrinda mass by mass percentage irutte, both the solvent and solute you have to take in the mass. Therefore here the solute is ethylene glycol C2H6O2 and the solvent is water. So like this you have to write because both are same. Okay, C2H2 alladu C2H6O2, both are same. Therefore 20 grams of ethylene glycol is dissolved in the water to make up the volume up to 100 grams in terms of mass. Therefore solute ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 20% means 20 grams. Therefore remaining in the solution, if you take out the mass of the solute, then what you'll get 80 grams of the solvent, that is water. Now is it clear? So solute, that is WB, and solvent, that is WA. So now what you have to calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol. Therefore XB you have to take, or else X2. ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, NB divided by NA plus NB. Since I am calculating number of moles of component B, mole fraction of component B, in the numerator you have to take NB, and in the denominator both solution, that is solute as well as solvent, Na plus Nb. So now I'll expand this. Nb is nothing but Wb divided by Mb, and here Wa divided by Ma of Nb plus again Nb, that is Wb divided by Mb. This is the complete formula. I hope now it is cleared completely. ಈಗ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. No confusions. Earlier it was a printing mistake here. C2H2 ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದಲ್ಲ C2H6. Okay, 20 grams of ethylene glycol in 100 grams of solution. Water mention ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, but mention ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು solvent ಅನ್ನ water ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. A ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ water ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ solvent ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, B ಅನ್ನೋ symbol ಅನ್ನ solute ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. So since we need to calculate the mole fraction of solute, XB I have taken. Now let us substitute the value of WB and MB. So in previous slide we have calculated already. Illi calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನೋಡಿ, MB. So this we have already calculated. ಇದು ಬೇಡ, C2H2 ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು this one. Okay, already we have calculated. So that I'll take here. That means ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. MB is nothing but ethylene glycol C2H6O2, that is 62 grams you'll get. 62 grams. Okay. Then MA is nothing but water, because A is solvent alva. Solvent yavadu water. Water in ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 18 grams. 18 grams of water you'll get. So MB and MA I have written. WA and WB are there here. So therefore WB is 80 grams divided by MB is 62. Okay, 62 I'll substitute here, divided by WA is 80, WB is 20. WB is 20 by 62. WA is 80 grams. 80 grams divided by MA is 18 here. 18 plus again WB is 20 divided by 62. So this you can calculate. So let us check 20 divided by 62, how much we'll get? 20 divided by 62 is 0.3 0.322 whole divided by 80 divided by 18. So that is 4.44 plus 0.322. 0.322 is equal to, okay, that is 0.322 divided by 4.766. Okay, 0.322 divided by 4.766. How much you'll get? So the overall answer is 0.06. 0.067, and there is no unit for mole fraction. Therefore, XB is equal to, here B is nothing but the solute ethylene glycol. Therefore, XB value is equal to 0.06 is the answer. Okay, 0.0675 something you will get. So the final answer is 0.06. Yeah. Understood? Shall we go to the next problem? Is there any doubts? Is involving molality as well as mole fraction. So whatever I taught till now, molarity and mole fraction all are included in the same question itself. So clearly you have to understand the question first. Calculate molarity and mole fraction of potassium iodide if the density of 20% mass by mass aqueous potassium iodide is 1.202 grams per ml. Okay, this question is a homework question for you. So try to solve this. If you do not understand or if you get any doubts in between, we will clarify it in the tomorrow's session. Okay, ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. Tomorrow I'll ask you. Okay, you have to solve this. All the three are there. So from density you have to extract. Let me see how you're going to solve, because 20% ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, take it as a homework. Take a screenshot of it quickly. Yeah. Yes. So next topic is solubility. Okay. Yeah. So after completing the concentration factors and the problems related to concentration factor, that is importantly mainly molality as well as mole fraction. Solubility. Let me go with the next concept, that is solubility. See, solubility is nothing but it is a dissolution of a solute in a solvent. It is actually reversible change. If the dissolution is the forward change, then crystallization is the backward change that takes place simultaneously. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ, solute plus solvent forms solution. Okay, so this process is nothing but dissolution. If the dissolution is to be completed and the solubility is to be 100%, then the homogeneous will be a homogeneous mixture anta heltivi. A solution anna navenanta heltivi, homogeneous. If we have to get the homogeneous mixture, then the solubility should be 100%. ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ there is a condition. That means the like dissolves in the like. As I said in the previous class, like dissolves in the like. Both solute and solvent nature should be same. Nature should be same. Nature of the solute and nature of the solvent should be same. That is polar solute dissolves in the polar solvent and non-polar solute dissolves in the non-polar solvents. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, like dissolves in the like, in general we will say. Yeah. So here solute and the solute particles in the solution always reversible ali irutte. Dissolution and the crystallization, as I said, reversible naturally, equilibrium naturally. Once the equilibrium is reached, the concentration of the solute particles in the solution remains constant. ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ರಾದರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಾಲಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ದ ಸಾಲಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ solid in a liquid. Okay, as we say sugar dissolves in water and salt dissolves in water, atara solid in a liquid. And the second case we will go with the gas in a liquid. Okay, and then we have also have liquid mixtures, liquid in a liquid solvent. ಈ ಮೂರರಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಿಲಿಟಿನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. Here you can see all the solvents are liquid in state, whereas solute I have changed the state, physical state of the solutes. Once we will take the first example, we'll take as solid, second we'll take gas, third we'll take liquid. So let me go with the first one, that is solubility of solid in a liquid. So let us see the factors which affect the solubility of solid in a liquid. Okay, so that is a solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at the same temperature and pressure. So that is called saturated. So once we get a saturated solution, if we add few more amount of solid, then it is a super saturated solution anta heltivi. Adar bagge nanu nimge introduction part alli helide. We have three types of solutions: unsaturated, saturated and super saturated anta. Alva? So unsaturated andre few more solid particles can be still added. ಇನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಗೆ. ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ ಮೋರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಆಡೆಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದ ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದರ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಮುಗಿದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇಂದು. ಸೂಪರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಮುಗಿದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಪಿಟೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ let us see the factors affecting solid in a dissolution of solid in a liquid. The factors affecting the dissolution, or it is nothing but solubility, dissolution of solid in a liquid. Idanna nodana. Okay, yes. So the first factor is nature, as I said. How it affects: if the solute is polar, ನೋಡಿ solute and solvent ಅಂತ ಎರಡು category ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ, as I said, the nature of solute and solvent should be equal. If the solute is polar and if the solvent is non-polar, then we won't get any dissolution. This is not possible. ಇದಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So ಎರಡು polar and polar ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ yes, it is possible. If both are non-polar and non-polar, then it is possible. If the solute is non-polar and the solvent is polar, then it is impossible. Okay, always like dissolves in the like. This is one thing. And another thing which affects the factor affecting the solubility is the effect of temperature. So this is very, very important. Temperature yav reeti effect madutte. Okay, let me ask you a question. I will take a spoonful of salt and I will dissolve it in a cold water. So 2 glasses I'll take. So let me take in one glass I'll take cold water and in another glass I'll take warm water. ಎರಡು ಗ್ಲಾಸಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೂನ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕೋಣ. ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ವಾರ್ಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್? Okay, so I have taken 2 glasses of water. In first glass it is cold water and in the second glass I have taken warm water ಅಥವಾ hot water ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಹಾಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೋನಲ್, ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ದ Sharon, can you tell me the reason why it dissolves in the hot water first? Why not in the cold water? Yeah, so you know the answer. Hot water alli dissolve ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. But reason, so that is the temperature. See, in the hot water the temperature is high and how it influences the solubility. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. So temperature obviously affects the solubility of solid in a liquid in both the ways. Sometimes it affects positively and sometimes it affects negatively. So that adi hege gottagutte andre namge system whether it is endothermic or exothermic, that we need to know. That you have studied in your first PUC thermodynamics chapter. Recently I was doing that chapter, right? Thermodynamics. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ effect of temperature? If delta H is greater than 0 ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is delta H is equal to positive ಅಲ್ವಾ? delta H is equal to positive ಆಗುತ್ತೆ greater than 0 ಅಂದ್ರೆ is equal to positive. So that means if it is positive, then it is an endothermic reaction. This you have to remember. Idu enagirutte positive idre endothermic reaction agutte. Endothermic means the heat energy will be absorbed from surrounding to the system. System ige enagutte surrounding in the heat absorb agutte. That means energy is required in the form of temperature. To these type of reactions, if we increase the temperature, then the solubility also increases. For endothermic reaction, temperature increase madidre solubility increase agutte. Just now I told an example of dissolving salt in a hot water increases the solubility because endothermic reaction it is. So sometimes the reactions will be exothermic. See, if delta H is less than 0, that is delta H value will be equal to negative irutte. So ಅವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಯಾವ ತರದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅದು? exothermic reaction. Okay, exothermic reaction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Increase in temperature decreases the solubility. See, few reactions are exothermic. That means they will be exhaling the temperature which is excess in the system. Already system alli adu excess ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು energy surrounding ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂತ system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ energy ನ temperature ಅನ್ನ increase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ solubility ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That means temperature, obviously it affects the dissolution, but sometimes it increases the solubility and sometimes it decreases. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈ ಎರಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. If it is endothermic, increases; exothermic, decreases. This is how the temperature affects the solubility of a solid in a liquid. So the next important factor which affects the solubility is pressure. See, pressure has no effect on the solubility of solid in a liquid. The reason ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು effect ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, because the solid and liquid both are incompressible. Therefore, there is no effect of pressure on the solubility of solid in a liquid because both are incompressible. If they would have compressed by the help of pressure, then there is an effect of pressure. Otherwise, no effect. So this is about the factors affecting solid in a liquid. Okay. So next, let us go with the gas in a liquid. Solubility of second example, that is second case, solubility of gas in a liquid. Solubility of gas in a liquid. Yes. So gas in a liquid, for example, I will take a bottle or a container in which the water is filled. Okay. Yeah. So here are the gas particles. So this is liquid and this is gas. Okay. So can I dissolve gas particles in the liquid now? No, it is a bit difficult because gaseous particles are freely moving here and there. You have studied all the postulates of kinetic molecular theory of gases. Alva, free agi move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಡಿಕ್ಕಿ ಹೊಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, and they have a kinetic energy which is directly proportional to temperature. Everything you have studied. So ಈ gas particles ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು liquid ಅಲ್ಲಿ dissolve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, first thing is the container should be closed and I have to apply the pressure. ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ತರ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಟ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಪಿಸ್ಟನ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಪಿಸ್ಟನ್, ಇದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ದ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇಮ್ಮರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ದ solubility of gas in a liquid. Rather, but in case of solid in a liquid, there is no effect. But illi effect ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Pressure is the factor which influences the solubility of gas in a liquid. That is, increase in pressure increases the solubility of gas in a liquid. Okay, gas in a liquid. So ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So in case of temperature, see, temperature, as I said, you have studied in kinetic molecular theory of gases postulates. Kinetic theory and the kinetic energy of the gases is directly proportional to temperature. So ಈಗ ಈ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದೇ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಟು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಔಟ್. Therefore, due to their lower density, light nature, and increase in the movement, they can come out of the bottle by blasting it. So, tumba pressure, tumba temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ movement in the pressure increase ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು blast ಆಗೋ chances ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So, therefore, the temperature is not affecting the solubility of gas in a liquid in a positive way. Okay, rather it decreases the solubility. So increase in temperature decreases the solubility. And coming to the nature ಏನಇದೆ, so nature doesn't matter here. So mass ಏನಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ನಮಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಲಾ ನ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್. 2 marks ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಲಾ ಇದು. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೆನ್ರೀಸ್ ಲಾ. Henry's law. Okay, let me go to the new page. Yeah, just a minute. Yes. Yeah, so this is about the Henry's law I'm telling, which explains the effect of pressure on the solubility of gas very beautifully. That is Henry's law, right? So Henry's law, what it says is the pressure what you apply on the gas to solubilize it in a liquid, about that it says. Actually, this law gives the quantitative relationship between the solubility of a gas in a liquid and the partial pressure of the gas above the liquid at a given temperature. Okay, quantitative relationship na helutte. So the law states that at constant temperature, the solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas above the solution, or the partial pressure of the gas above the solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Okay, in any way you can state it. The statement of the law is the partial pressure of a gas above the solution is directly proportional to mole fraction of gas in the solution. Okay, so this is the statement of the law and it is very very important. Okay, practice it well. Henry's law. The partial pressure of the gas can be given with the letter symbol P. Okay, partial pressure of the gas above the solution P is directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas. Mole fraction of the gas is X. Alwa X anta heltivi now. Mole fraction ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಓದಿದಿರ. So when I remove this proportionality symbol, I will write KH as a proportionality constant, or it is also called as Henry's law constant. Okay, KH na ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, where KH is KH is equal to Henry's law constant. So this is the Henry's law statement as well as mathematical statement, and what does KH refer to. So idina 2 marks again nimage keluvanta 2 mark question. Practice it well. Right. So now let us see, and you know P is partial pressure, X is mole fraction, KH is the Henry's law constant. So let us see the applications, some important applications of Henry's law. Before going to that, KH values ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. So increase in temperature, here also increase in temperature increases the KH value as well as decreases the solubility of gas in a liquid. This already I told you in the previous slide. I have mentioned it. See here, increase in temperature decreases the solubility of gas in a liquid. I told you, right? So illu kuda hagene idu KH ಗೆ ನಾವು ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ Henry's law constant ಗೆ increase in temperature will increases KH whereas solubility decreases. That means KH, note, KH is directly related to temperature whereas KH is inversely proportional to the solubility. Note. Okay, KH is directly related to temperature whereas it is inversely proportional with the solubility. This you have to remember. And coming to the applications, some important applications of Henry's law. This is also important. Sometimes the applications will be asked and sometimes the statement with the mathematical statement will be asked. Applications of Henry's law. Yeah. So the main application of Henry's law is in the preparation of beverages like soda water. Preparation of soda water in general, I'll write. Most of the beverages it will be used, that is soda water anna prepare madlikke na will use martivi, that is to increase the solubility of carbon dioxide in the plain water. In case of soft drinks and bottles are sealed under high pressure of carbon dioxide. Okay, preparation of soda water alli enagutte to increase, yav reeti use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದನ್ನ, to increase the solubility of carbon dioxide in water to prepare soda water. So this is the main application. You plain soda water athwa Pepsi, Coca-Cola, whatever soft drinks you see, the gas will be filled very tightly, the bottles will be filled very sealed air tightly, because if the lid of the bottle is not air tightened, then the dissolved carbon dioxide will escape out. So ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ 7up, Sprite ಈ ತರದ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ once you open it, within 10 minutes we have to drink it. Otherwise what happens, if we keep it open for a long time, the gas will go out and that the taste ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. The effect of the gas which is present inside the water will lose its taste. Okay, so that is because of the loss in the pressure or the escape of carbon dioxide in the water. And other applications of Henry's law is it is used in the scuba divers also. Scuba diving, scuba divers ಏನು cylinders ಅನ್ನ carry ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Scuba divers are those who used to swim in the deep sea. So in detail about scuba diving and other applications like climbers ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so that I'll explain you in the next class as we are running out of the time. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎರಡು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, now if you have any doubts regarding